Welcome to BreitWerks. So if you've been on our channel, you've seen this car. It got a complete AC upgrade, but in talking to the owner, he gave us the go ahead to clean up the underside. So low mileage, but definitely has 30 years of accumulated junk. So I'm gonna clean this guy up, and I have a feeling it's gonna be quite a little transformation. I've already started on the heat boxes, but yeah, we'll keep you apprised as we go along. All right, so we're in the middle of the process now. We've gotten all the wheel wells cleaned, and yes, those are clean. So we're working on the motor part right now. We've gotten the brakes cleaned up, so we use a product for that. And then we've also got the underside all cleaned. And those fender wells. I have a love-hate relationship with Cosmoline. That's what this stuff is. I appreciate it from originality and what it does to protect the car, but it's a pain in the neck to work with. Actually, it's not the Cosmoline. It's like, for example, here's a good one, right? So this Cosmoline, which is now clean, did a wheel seal fail and get replaced? Did a front lower ball joint fail? I mean, why is it black? So if the technician who repaired it would have cleaned all that up, then we wouldn't wonder, is it because the wheel seal is currently failing, it failed in the past, or the ball joint blew up in the past? So yeah, that's why we clean as we go. And then tranny's coming out pretty good. It's got a lot of Cosmoline on it. Here's a fun question. Why does this banana arm, trailing arm, have Cosmoline on it, but this one doesn't? Not a shred of Cosmoline. Has it been replaced? Did Porsche run out of Cosmoline? What's the story? Because when you look at the brakes, right, I'd have a hard time believing that those were ever off. So there's no wrench scars or anything. So if the trailing arm had to have been replaced, that means the caliper would have had to have been off at some point. So did they just forget to spray that side the way they sprayed that side? All fun questions that go through my head as I clean these things up. But she's coming out nice. We do a little bit of touch-up work, and then we'll put a coat of Hydro 2 on it, which is a silica-based sealant. And the bottom of the car doesn't really see ultraviolet light, so unless somebody puts a mirror under it, the sealant should last a long, long time, at least a couple of years. And no dry ice was harmed in this project. Yeah, dry ice is cool, but after seeing the process, it strips all the originality off. So, you know, you got a 39,000 mile car, and you kind of, hey, this is part of what comes with the original. So if you're trying to relive the showroom, yeah, this is what they looked like. You know, even a little bit of black overspray, stuff like that. I'm not sure why someone would paint the wheel wells black, but they did. And there's all of our new AC stuff. Bleed, baby, bleed, as my world-renowned detailer friend said. So one of the last things we do is we use a product called Tugga, made in Germany, and it's an aluminum wheel cleaner, brightener, all kinds of stuff. And it really just makes all of this stuff come out fantastic. So we'll let that dwell a little bit. We use a little thing. I went back because after I had touched this stuff in the last segment, I said, that doesn't seem clean enough. So yes, now that's been cleaned up. Same thing on this side. So if the wheel seal's leaking, we will definitely figure that out. But yep, she's gonna look as beautiful on the bottom as she does on the top. so we are all finished up here, and the painted stuff all got, what do you call that, hydrofoam. So nice sealant, should last a long time. And then polishing the heat boxes was probably a little bit out of scope. However, these are the best heat boxes ever made, and they don't make them like that anymore. So if you do know if somebody makes those like that anymore, please let me know in the comments, because the new stuff is a gigantic pain in the butt compared to these. So these are just fantastic, and they came out pretty good too. But the motor, nice and clean. Calipers all came out very nice. We're gonna go exercise them, and last thing we'll do is we're gonna spray some corrosion prevention on all the aluminum parts so that they don't get that little white crust, because all of the spots where the Cosmoline has now come off, that needs to be protected again. So we'll get all that stuff done. But yeah, I mean, Porsche just got up in there with a gun and sprayed Cosmoline everywhere, but at least now everything is clean and protected. So you can see the green struts, very cool. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, thanks for watching. And if you want your car kept, the greatest thing about this car is that the owner's going to drive it. So, you know, go out there, get it dirty, bring it back, we'll clean it again, or break it and we'll fix it. But that's going to be the best part. The new owner is going to go drive this thing, so that way we got it nice and clean, and we'll be able to keep an eye on anything and catch it early. Yeah, I'm not too pleased about the fact that when I cleaned everything, the whole thing is put together with RTV. There is no call out for RTV anywhere in the workshop manual, but I think it was Sir Isaac Newton that said you can tell a lion by his paw. I have a feeling I know where that happened, but we'll get that sorted out next time we have her in here for a service and we adjust the valves. Beautiful car. Thanks for watching. You can check us out on BreitWerks.com or click subscribe, and you'll get to see our next little adventure.